live. And so I imagine most people will catch the replay. And so I'm going to do the introduction. I'm going to tell you, yeah, the introduction, and then we're going to get into swatching the new Notoriously Morbid Unearthly Aura palette. This is what it looks like, and the lipstick that came with the palette. And so today is August 26th. It is not August 26th, troll. April 26th. It did launch this afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so I wanted you to see swatches in case you're like, oh, the pictures. I just wanted you to get a look-see on what the shadows look like. So for the introduction, hello, my name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy, just knowing it's okay to be yourself. And for some people, that is a crazy concept because it's, will people like me? What will they think? Should I do this or should I not do that? I'm here to tell you, just be your authentic self. Hey, Grace, I'm just doing the intro really quick. And the troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. Two things I need to let you know if you're new here. I do curse sometimes because I curse sometimes, period. So you'll hear it every now and then in my videos. I do try to control it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The second thing, there's an organism that lives here in my throat that randomly hiccups and gurgles. And so I do say excuse me when it happens. And so if you see me do it or and then say excuse me, that's what's happening, an internal hiccup. So this came in the mail today, August 26th. It released today at 1 p.m. The Unearthly Aura palette from Notoriously Morbid, and it did come with a lipstick, and the lipstick was in this cute red pouch. I do have the lipstick on. I have thoughts about it already. And we do have the palette on, and there was a mishap over here. This blue, we're going to get to that. This side was better because I knew what to expect, but this blue, whew. So this is what the front of the palette looks like. You've seen it on Instagram. You may have seen it on my community tab, and this is what the back of the palette looks like with all the shades on it, and the shade names are on the back. They're not on the inside. And it tells you which ones are not lip safe and which ones are lip safe. It has a 12-month POA. I'm going to tell you which ones are lip safe because there seems to be very few. This one here, these four, and these three. These are the ones that are lip safe. So let me show you what I'm talking about and make sure I'm holding it the right way. So the lip safe are these right here. Isn't this gorgeous, y'all? This palette, so again, these are the ones that are lip safe, meaning you can tap them over top of your lipstick. This is reminiscent of Notoriously Morbid in the sense that Notoriously Morbid is all dual chrome, multi-chrome, except for it has two mattes. This does not have any mattes in it. They did send a paper with the palette that has the shade names and the numbers. So it's like 1 through 4, 5 through 8, 9 through 12, 13 through 16. Yeah, I'm getting my counting wrong. And it does have a description of all the colors. And so as I swatch them, I'm going to tell you what they describe it as. And also, yeah, I'm dropping stuff. You're hearing stuff clanking. And it also gives details about the lipstick. I don't see a price on here for the lipstick, but the palette is $69.99. I do have a 15% off code. It will be down below, and it is DionLorah.PhD, DIO. Oh, we might have to do something, Grace. We might have to do something. What was I saying? Oh, my code DionLuvs15 gives you 15% off. So even though this is $69.99 because it's all dual chrome, multi-chromes, all of that stuff, my code will bring it down to, hey, pretty Kiwi, it will bring it down to $59 and some change. Keep in mind, you will pay shipping most likely. And depending where you live, you will have sales tax. Delaware, we don't pay sales tax when we buy things. And also, I will just say, for those who may not know, when I purchase from Notoriously Morbid, it takes me a solid 3 weeks to receive their items. Some people in other places have told me it's been longer. And so when I do order from Notoriously Morbid, I wait until there's a few things I want because I know it's going to take a while. And so I just want to put that out there ahead of time. So this is that blue that got away from me. So even though it's not a matte, it can function as a matte, the same as, hey Gigi, the same as some of the multi-chromes, dual chromes, and Mothman to me function as a matte. And so I imagine a lot of people will say, this is a great companion palette because it's all multi-chrome, dual chrome, that type of thing. But for me, I just pick up a palette and use it. But if you must have a matte, then yeah, this will be a companion palette for you. And while I'm looking at this, they set it up for you to be really easy for monochromatic looks. And I know you already see what I'm seeing. This row can be a look. This row can be a look. This row can be a look. And this row can be a look. And also, those were columns, excuse me. But this top row can be a look. This can be a look. Did I touch it? Yep. This row can be a look and this row can be a look. And so it's easy to see. And also, you can do quads. You can do these 4 shades. You can do these 4 right here. You can do these 4 here. These 4. These 4. Hey, Tanya. You can do these 4. These 4, these 4. So they set it up where it's really easy for you to do looks. But what did we do? Because you know we got to do something different. We went in the diagonal because I don't want to be typical and just do the regular monochromatic looks, which I imagine most people will do. And they are really pretty. But y'all and I try to do something different. And this is what we got today. This side, I mentioned earlier, is janky. That blue, I didn't know what to expect. I knew what to expect over here. But we did these 4 shades right here. This first half of lower lash line and this on the second half of lower lash line. So that's what this is. And we do have one, the lippy. Let's get into swatches. Let me pull out some sponge tip applicators. I appreciate you all for being here because I did not have this scheduled. And I imagined most people would just catch the replay, which is fine because it does look really pretty online, this palette. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this blue right here is no joke. I was like, what the heck? So we're going to do in columns, monochromatic. So that's what we're going to do as far as swatches. This is a 16 pan palette. And I'm just like, whoa. It does, to me, give that alien type vibe, unearthly aura, and on the back it is alien pictures. And ironically, the event that I'm co-hosting tomorrow night is an alien theme. And so I think I am going to take this and do my makeup there, which means I wouldn't be able to record it though, so I'm not sure. I might wash this off and wait 4 or 5 hours and do my second look. Don't know yet. But so we're just going to come down. No, we're not. We're not going to do that. Excuse me for being confusing because they have the shade names and they have them numbered 1 through 4, as I said. And so I don't want to confuse myself. And y'all know I'm good for that. So we're going to take number 1 and hopefully I can say these are a tad, I'm not going to say hard pressed, but if you gouge them, it will flake. They are somewhat textured and you can see from the ones I used. I used these for this one and this one. And you can see from this one, you see the texture in it. You see what I'm saying? And so, excuse me if you heard that in my throat. Troll, get it together. So I did not have a lot of fallout, and the fallout I had was easily just wiped away with this. So it was just like minute flakes. It wasn't horrible like Celestial Shades from Pat McGrath, that type of stuff. But let's get into these swatches because I don't want this to be long. This is excuse me, UF like but UF This says a dewy yellow-green highlight shadow. Hey, Tony, we're just now getting started with the swatches with this new palette. That shade is the inner corner shade, this shade right here. Not bad and okay. So I'm curious to see what this would look like over a black base. I really am, because it is a very light shade. Again, that's this inner corner shade. So I'm gonna have swatches all over my face, and I can tell you now they're gonna look janky. So this is that shade. And when I first put it on, I'm like, okay, this is a topper for a black base. That's what I would probably use it for. Or even like it is just now, like it does show up. Um, It does. So it says again, a dewy yellow-green highlight shadow. So I'm not seeing anything really. To me, it just looks kind of like a there, not there tan type shade. Keep in mind my complexion. I do have on primer and foundation. And so sometimes complexion does play a role in how something looks. Now, when I do this, I do see some yellow over here, but even on my lids, it's sort of just like a muted kind of tan-ish type shade. I forgot to mention, it does say Unearthly Aura 16 pan palette with multi-chromes, dual chromes, and shimmers. Yeah. And so that's why I think most people will say it's a great companion palette, because there are no mattes in here, even though this blue, that's deep. That showed up like a matte. So number 2 says Marcia Martian, an avocado green base with a glowy turquoise shift. Why? Oh shit. I just gouged it by accident. Because I was going to say, why looking where you are, sorry to poke you in the eye, it looks purple, but when I look over here, it looks green. Let me press this back in. Shit. Okay, it is pressing back in. I gouged it. I didn't even use this one yet. Y'all, these sponge tips ain't no joke, but a brush could have did that too. So I'm picking up, so I'm patting it in, and some of it is flaking up from where I gouged it. So you see how that shadow looks now where I gouged it, and this is what it is. Wow. So it was weird, because here I see green, looking here I see purple. So we are going to put this right here, and you can see the flakes. So this is the second shade, Martian. And so, yeah, I do see blue, I do see green, and I do see the purple. And the look I did today is not ideal, because I have 4 of these shades on my lid. It's best with dual chromes and multi-chromes. Hey, Gigi, I am wearing it. This shade right here is this one right here on the inner portion of my lid. So for multi-chromes and dual chromes, it's best to just use, I'm going back to the chat. Most of the colors look shiny. Yeah, Tanya, they are. It's best to use 1 or 2 at the most, because then you can spread the color out, and as you turn, you see the shift. Like right here, you see the shifts. If I just had that right here, where you see the green, you're not going to see the shift, because there's other colors next to it. But y'all know I do stuff different. So the next one, number 3, is extraterrestrial, and I'm not going to touch the sponge to it. I'm going to put it here, because then I'll gouge it by mistake like I did the second one. Extraterrestrial, an emerald green base with shifting green sparkles. So this is all the way green. Emerald green base with shifting green sparkles. These do feel textured, but not like hard pressed textured. And because they can be flaky, like how I gouged the other one and it flaked. And so this is a learning experience for me to remember not to just go too hard, because if you gouge it, it will flake. So this is that shade, and it does look kind of purplish, right? But everything says green. So we're going to put that. That's interesting. An emerald green base with shifting green sparkles. I don't see green. I'm not seeing any green at all. Even looking over, to me, it looks like a lavender pinkish kind of thing. What do y'all think? I am not seeing any green at all. Soft texture, slimmer. I should have put this further over, so at least we can keep the rose there. Yeah, I'm not seeing any green at all with that one. Number 4 is Meteor Shower. Yeah, you don't see it? Yeah, I don't see. I'm seeing like a lavenderish, maybe pinkish lavender. This is Meteor Shower, a sparkling silver green. That's this shade. So it seems to be a lot of greens in here, which makes sense, because even though some people don't believe aliens are real, I don't know if I do or not. I'm going to be janky and do this way. I want to get it next to it, but I didn't leave enough room. Slimmer, I meant I took. I appreciate you being here because I love the interaction with lives. So that one is definitely green, a sparkly silver green. I don't know if I see any silver, but I do see the green. Yeah, so that is the top row of this palette. This sponge tip is done. So we're going to go down to number 5, which says Celestial. This shade is first half of lower lash line, but I also have a silver liner that I put down first before I put the shadow on top of it. So when I did apply it, it showed up a little bit. Is that the one I used? Wait a minute. No. Ignore me. Wait a minute. This shade, I can't wait till you get to the pink. This shade here is on the outer half of my lower lash line. So that's this shade right here. And again, it is over top of a purple. That deep blue Tanya got away from me. Like when you see the video, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh. But learning what to expect, this side came out better. But yeah, it just, I was like, what is that? So this shade here, Celestial, that's this shade under here, on top of a silver pencil. And this says a muted lavender pink with shifting blue sparkles. I would think that's what that one looks like. But anyway, when I look where you are and over here, this looks a bright orange. When I look over here, when I look where you are, it does look like an orange, and that it might have some silver in it. And so we're going to swatch it. And this is what that looks like. And so we're going to put this here. It looks orange to me. Yeah, it does, right? It does look orange, Tanya. Orange and pink now that I'm blending it out. Oh, look at that. So I see gold. I see pinkish. I don't really see orange. I see gold right here. And I see pink over here. But when I look at it, it looks orange. It is definitely shifting. And that's why it's best to just put 1 or 2 on the lid so you can see the shifts. Because you put 4 like I did, they just look like the base color of it. So this one, number 6. Are you serious? And it's letter R, letter U, and serious, SIRIUS, question mark. Excuse me, a glowy blue highlight shadow. What? Is this backwards? This looks purple to me. Even looking here, it looks purple. Looking where you are, it looks purple. Yeah, that's number 6. 4, 5, 6. What? Yeah, so are you serious? That you're telling me this is a glowy blue highlight shadow? This shade is this one right here. Let me not. This shade is this purple right here. Yeah, so are you serious? Is this I don't know, y'all. This one does feel hard. It does feel textured. And you can see the texture in it from me just swiping in it. Whereas this, let me put that down. Like this, you see nothing. I haven't touched that one. Maybe that's about the next shade. So from this one, I haven't touched. You see how it's smooth, but you can see the lines in it. But you can see how this one is textured. I did use it and dug in it. So they're not hard pressed. They're just textured. And they're not flaky textured until you start messing with them, because I do have flakes on my station. And so this is glowy blue highlight shadow, it says. Hey, Nina. How are you? Yeah, I'm not seeing no, no, you're not late. You are right on time. Because the intro took a couple minutes. Yeah, are you serious? I ain't seeing no blue. A glowy blue highlight shadow. I don't know, y'all. This to me looks purple. What y'all think? Okay, wait. Yeah, so that's like a bluish gray and then a purple. And I know I'm not good at describing colors, but glowy blue highlight shadow. I don't think so. Okay. I'm confused. Number 7. This is, thank you, Nina. This one is Out of This World, a deep sapphire blue shimmer. What? That would be this one, right? This says number 7, a deep shimmer. No, a deep sapphire blue shimmer. Let me know, y'all, because I think they typed this up inaccurate. They gotta have, Tanya, they gotta have them mixed up. This is not a deep anything. It is let me just keep swatching. And I'm reading off the paper. They have the number and they have the name. I'm looking on the back of the palette. You know what? Y'all, at this point, don't go by that. I'm looking on the back of the palette. This is all jacked up. This is all jacked up. On the back of the palette, they have the names. This one does say UFO. This one on the back of the palette says Celestial. And on the paper, it says Martian. This one, this shade, on the paper, it says Extraterrestrial. On here, it says Moon Dust. And this one, this shade here, on the paper, number 4, it says Meteor Shower. On here, it says Cassiopeia. What? So whoever did this paper, damn. Wow. So I'm gonna just swatch. I'm not gonna say the names because the names are on the back and they're not in order to what's on the paper. So, Jiminy Crickets. So let's see. UFO. Yeah, human error. Maybe they were abducted by aliens. A dewy yellow-green highlight shadow. This one is Celestial, a muted lavender pink with shifting blue sparkles, which is what it looks like. Okay. And number 3, I know Nina and Pretty Kiwi. And number 3, Moon Dust is, where is it on the paper? Moon Dust is a gray blue base with pink gold shifting sparkles. That is what it looks like. Okay. And this one, number 4, Cassiopeia, is a white gold glittery shadow. Okay, still looking kind of greenish, but okay, we can say it's gold. Wow, this is friggin' nuts. And this one is Solar Flare. Did I mess up again? You know what? We're just gonna keep swatching because right now they got me confused and I'm confusing myself. So we're just gonna swatch. And I do apologize. And what I could do is look on the back. And I think I did still mix them up. Okay. We're just gonna keep swatching. Thank you, Tanya. That's what we're gonna do. So we're over here. Oh my gosh, because I could just look on the back and then look on the paper, but then because it's scattered on the paper. Let's just keep swatching because I'm just, because I do think I mixed up the top row too. Wow. All right. That looks similar to that one, but just a little bit deeper. This is really friggin' nuts. Why is that sponge tip applicator done? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so we just did that one. This shade right here, green as we proceed. It does look like that color. This shadow is on the first half of my lower lash line under here. Y'all, this is just crazy to me. So now we're going to come down to this one. For those watching the replay, I would apologize, but I was reading it how they had it on the paper. So that wasn't me. So that's this shade right here. I think we can get them all on the forehead. You're right, the photo looks more saturated on the website than it does physically. Yeah. That's how the Medusa Stone Cold one looked too. So that's this shade, which is pretty. So now we're going to come over to this one. I call myself doing something, trying to read the descriptions and all of that, and then the thing is all backwards. I wonder if they'll watch this video and be like, oops. I see some pink right here on the edge of that purple, the way I just turned. All right, so we're going to put this right here. Do we see any shift? Do we even know what it's supposed to look like? Since everything is messed up. This is this blue right here. Y'all, this blue caught me off guard. For real, for real. What shade is that one? This one is Out of This World. This is the deep sapphire blue shimmer. This is that one, which is the outer corner. I'm sitting here sweating. So they are described appropriately. You see the purple shimmer? So they are described appropriately. Just have to figure it out. What's weird? And when I did the look, I didn't think about no Swifts. I didn't think about what would go with what, because y'all know I just put stuff on. That's this shade over here. We're going to put that right here. This is, oh, I like that one, because I know I like darker shades. So that's kind of like a, do I dare? Extraterrestrial emerald green base with shifting green sparkles. So they are accurate if you can line up what they're saying. So that was the fourth one for that. So that is the I like that one too, Tanya, that deep one. So now we're going to come down here to this shade. I do want to say the names and the shifts, y'all. This is like driving me nuts here, but this is hella confusing. How I got extra space? Okay, anyway. So this is this one, jade green. Yeah. Ooh. They will flake because the piece just chunked off. So this one on me, she's cute. I mean, she's there. It's almost like this one, except this is more gold. Yeah, it does just melt to my skin because that's barely there. And this is almost want to be barely there, but it is there. So now we're going to come down to this shade. I am seriously sweating. Man, that was so confusing because I'm just like, I'm not seeing what they're saying. Wow. Yeah, that was definitely human error. So I'm swirling this in here. Oh, there it is. But because as a highlighter, but because the sponge tip is black, I didn't see it. So we're going to put this right there. Okay. Come on now. Work with me. This one does feel hard pressed because I'm swirling and swirling. Which one is this? Do I dare? Do I dare? I don't know. I don't know. Because I want to figure out like what this is and what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, it's barely coming off. So that is, I want to say Nebula, a dark wine base with blue, violet, red, orange shifts. This one is hard pressed because I am swirling and swirling, and it's not chunking up like the other ones were when I was swirling it. Do you dare not to come off? And so, yeah, this one, yeah, once you get it on though, it is pretty. I'm looking at the shift in this one. That's pretty up there. So it's like a gray green, and then you have that purple pinky. But this is where we are down here. So that's pretty. It's like a burgundy here, a burgundy greenish here, and then purple there. So we have two more. So we have this one down here. I apologize, y'all, for all that confusion. I confused my darn self. So what I might do, I don't know. I'm not even going to go by the paper. I'll just look on the back. Or, you know what, I might type it up the right way for myself like I did with Mothman, just so if I do want to know, then I will know like what it's supposed to be. I like this one. Y'all know I do because it's dark. That one, do I dare? Dark Matter, a cool gray base with metallic pink flakes. Cool gray base with, yeah, I see it. And metallic pink, like right here I see the pink flakes. I like that one. Oh, okay, let me keep going because I'll just see and stare. This shade right here is this green right here. This green you see right here, that's this shade right here. So we're going to swatch it for the forehead. Yeah, this one was hard to pick up. The other ones, swirling the sponge tip in it, it is flaking up. So it's just that one that didn't want to come to the party. You had to zoom in to see the pink. It says pink. Oh, do I dare? Where is it? It said pink something. Like just like pink sparkles or something like that. And this, like right here, I can see the pink sparkles, like right here. But then if I turn too quick, it kind of just comes and goes. So this is the last shade. I can't believe I got these all on my forehead. So this one doesn't want to fully commit to coming to the party either. So we're going to take some more I didn't tap off. So with these, I think some of them you have to get the chunk on, like some of those Pat McGrath Celestial shades, get the chunk on and then smear it. So this is a learning process. Doing this look without doing swatches was a learning process because I had no idea and what they were going to look like. So that is there. That's pretty. That one is Meteor Shower. This paper is all screwed up. A sparkly silver green. So they didn't label them appropriately. They just numbered them wrong. So that is that. So this is, and it is kind of flaky. So this is the, like a comment or sighting. Yeah, you see it, then you don't. So this is the palette on my forehead. And I do apologize that I wasn't able to, excuse me if you heard that in my throat, tell you what the shifts were appropriately, but they are named appropriately. This one does, Tony, just kind of melt into my skin. It is a pretty palette. Are they colors that we don't already have? Because I'm not seeing anything that's like 100% unique. You know what I'm saying? But it is very pretty. It's nice to have it all in one place. These two do look very similar. This just looks just a tad lighter. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything, excuse me, that's like, oh, yeah, gotta have it. Especially if you have, which I don't, an extensive or even a moderate indie collection of dual chromes and multi-chromes, you probably do already have these shades. I don't have like indie singles, and so for me, these are somewhat new. And I can see all the shimmer. This is for you, Tony. Colors you don't have, shifts you don't have, but don't need it. I agree. I don't think makeup is a need. So when people say, oh yeah, you need this, or I hear people say, oh, I need that, I'm like, it's not a need, it's a luxury and a want, in my opinion. And I can see, so we did kind of stick with the columns. And so you see how each column can be its own look. You know what I mean? Or even if you want to do rows, you know, the rows can be a look, but we didn't do that. We went diagonal. So I'm going to swatch this lippy on my face. This lippy, this is Star Command Mystic Metallic, and I am glad they sent this to me because I had a few of them in my cart, but now I'm like, I don't know if I want to keep them in my cart. I put on chapstick, of course, before we started the video, and then I wiped it off and put this on. And this, the shade Star Command Mystic Metallic, I already said that. It's a blackened gray lipstick with blue fuchsia gold multi-chrome flakes. And the first thing I noticed was I have a shimmer palette from Wet n Wild, but dual palette chrome duo. I don't have those shades, but from the Wise I have. Yeah. So this, the first thing is, did y'all hear that? And then I gotta like push it in. This, I'm wondering if I should take the stopper out, but then I don't know if it's going to get messy, like if it's going to spill out. But the first thing is, this thing is like a virgin, like it's just difficult. And putting it on, this is what happens. It doesn't come off even. And this is not, I mean, it looks like a doe foot, but it is very, very stiff. I'm wondering if they just put like fuzz over top of the wand, like this part, because it is very stiff. Like there is no give. And you see what happened. So I had to, and I edited that out in the video because, yeah, not enough product stays on. Pretty Kiwi singing such for the very first time. So I had to like put it on like this, like on my lips, and you know, turn it around And it took me a while because if you just go across, like, look at this. Like, there's no saturation. And I was excited because it looks dark, right? And y'all know I like a dark lip. So again, a black and gray lipstick with blue fuchsia gold, blue fuchsia gold multi-chrome flakes. On my lips, I did start to see flakes, and maybe that's why it's not coming off even. And so like this, like, yeah, you see the depth, you see some color, but then it doesn't stay. As soon as you try to blend it out, when your heart beats next to mine, so shiny and new, you are making me laugh, pretty Kiwi. And so it was just very challenging to get on. So what I will probably do with this is put this over a black lipstick, or maybe even over whatever other color liquid lipstick, because this is what I had to do to get it to look like this on my lips. And even now, you see like gaps, like right here, because it just like it doesn't want to stay. It doesn't want to go on, I should say. But it was a learning experience. I don't want to say annoying, but you have 3 lips, and I agree, very stiff applicator. I have another one that came free gift with purchase, but it didn't say it had the multi-chrome flakes in it. And I did see flakes on my lips when I was putting it on, and I was wondering if that's why it doesn't do an even coat, because of the flakes. But on my chin, you saw there were no flakes. Like, it was just like a sheer hodgepodge. And even here. So like this, it looks okay, right? But look. So imagine you do your lips and you're like, oh, that's great. And then you smile or something. And then, like, it's not a consistent color. And even trying to smooth it out, all this is doing is just taking off the color. Like, look at this. Like, you can't. I don't. So I might try it over, not enough opacity, not at all. Patchy, right? And so even though it looked good like this, kind of, once you smile or something, it's gone. This came free with, yeah, definitely need a black base lipstick. Or even if I put it over any one of my other, liquid lipstick colors, I mean, it should show up some kind of way. But at the same time, no, my mind is saying if it's going to be patchy, that still is not a good look. This came free with purchase, and this is from Notoriously Morbid. This is a liquid lipstick, and maybe because this one is a metallic, maybe that's why it's like that. And I'm thankful they sent it to me, because I had a couple of these in my cart, but now I'm like, oh no, this is a liquid lipstick. I wear this on its own, and this one is not a virgin. Like, look, it just comes out, goes in. This one has experience, but look at this. You got color all the way over in that one swipe. Yeah, and so this one, so look at this one though. This is gorgeous. I wear it on its own, and I wear it over a black lipstick. And so you don't lose any of the color. Even though it shears out, you still see that multi-chrome color. You see what I'm saying? It don't look patchy. Like, this is like patchy as hell. This, I love this on its own and over a black base. Don't be looking at my nose, y'all, if y'all looking at my nose. But this one I love. This is just a regular liquid lipstick. But these Mystic Metallics, And I don't know. This one is called I'm Liking Your Style. And Liking is AI. No, AI. Girl. Liken. Lichen. And I have not seen this for so on their website, and even on here it says GWP, which is gift with purchase. And so I think these were only gift with purchase. And because I had 2 different orders, they sent me 2 by mistake. Hey, Emily. And so I might just keep the other one. I'm still up in the air. But this one, this does look nice, but it took me a lot to do this. And this is why. And at one point I did go, and it was just patchy as hell. So I had to not, and usually I don't, blot my lips. Was rather part of the Cold Stone collection. This one? No, this was, what did I purchase? I think this is when, it was when I ordered Some Kind of Haunted and The Poltergeist, and then I ordered Bog Witch separate, and they sent this in both of those packages. So this was not with Cold Stone. With Cold Stone, Katie here on YouTube and Instagram, her channel is Makeup for Lost Time. She received the entire collection, and there were at least, I think, 3 lipsticks with the Medusa Stone Cold palette. They only had just sent me the palette, so I don't have any of those lippies. And she did say in her video, she did have to keep building up those lipsticks. But I don't know if they were the metallic ones. What is it, Mystic Metallics or what? But this ain't it, y'all. It looks somewhat decent right here, but then when you smile, that ain't cute. And I really don't think I'm even going to, I'll try it over a liquid lipstick, a black, and see. But if it's going to be patchy, I'll just stick with this one on its own, or my other liquid lipsticks to layer. But this one, I'm liking your style. Like I'm really liking that style. So that'll be it for this video, y'all. So my thoughts about this already, that ain't cute. And spending like 3 minutes to do this lip. Yeah, then after the buildup, it patches and cracks. Yeah, that ain't cute. But I am excited about the palette. I am going to type it up in a way that it should be, with the names and the descriptions. And so then maybe, I don't like bullet lipsticks, Pretty Kiwi, because I don't like to reapply. Like I'll do them here, but if I'm going out, I will not wear a bullet lipstick. Like I'll do them for a look, just for video, but yeah. And I have 2 from Queen Lucia, which I haven't even worn out. I just did try them on in a video. And so I think, yeah, I don't prefer bullets. Tanya knows me. All right, that sponge tip is done. Throw that away. So I am going to type up for myself, and in one of the future videos, I'll just run through and say, this is what it's supposed to look like, blah, 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 instead of, that was freaking nuts. So thank you, y'all, for being here. I appreciate it. This was not planned. It was not scheduled. So I do appreciate y'all showing up. Caviar should work as a base. Tanya, come on now. All right, let's see. Caviar from MAC. Y'all going to have me looking crazy. So we're only going to do a small part because I don't feel like fighting. Look like Groucho Marx. I don't feel like fighting with this lipstick. Yeah, I'm really glad they sent it. Impromptu Live, love it. Yeah, I wanted to get the swatches out. Because some people, when stuff is released, they like order it like right away. And I'm like, I want them to see before they just put this in their cart. But I do like the color story. I don't like that these 2 look the same, because y'all know I have a thing with not wanting dupes in the collection. But everything else, I don't know what I would use this one for. Maybe brow bone highlight. Should I try that now? So this again, y'all, Tanya, this is for you, because this ain't it. And I'm looking like Groucho Marx. I didn't do a longer line because I didn't feel like fighting with this. That does nothing. It's getting lost in the black. Exactly. Because it is blackened gray. Blackened gray. Let's see what it does overseas. Tanya's a trash. I feel like it. And in a way, I'm kind of like, damn, I just got it. Like, you know. And you know I do like to give stuff a chance. But this is Sea Queen. I wore this in a look recently, and it came through. Because I always think I don't really care for this color. But when I do wear it with whatever look it is, I'm like, this is okay. So we're going to see what this looks like over Sea Queen. Yeah, the color story is nice. Give it to a kid to play with. This is not, I didn't do it consistent because the top is darker because it's still wet. So I'm going to just smooth this out to get the color consistent. But this is a nice color though, depending on the eye look I'm doing. All right. This, even taking it out of here. So was it you, Tony, that said you have some of these? Like, do you use them, or you just like forget that you have them? What's on my lips now is nice. That's on my lips. This right here, that's what's on my lips. But it took me time to do it though. Like I was like, when I did the first swipe, I'm like, we're going to edit out the rest of the application process because I knew because of how stiff this applicator was, because of how the line just sheared out into nothing. I was just like, okay, we're going to edit this part out. So this really isn't anything. Like, it makes it darker. But then I got to keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then is it going to look patchy later? You know what I'm saying, Tanya? I'm not going to want to deal with this because all of this work, and it is bringing out the black, like Tanya says, because it is bringing out the black base, I can just use a black lipstick and put one of my other glosses on top of it. It's just a lot of work. Y'all know I want makeup to be easy. Then you're making your own lip. Yeah, then I'll be end up making my own, but it just made it a little darker from some angles. But yeah, so this is what we got. She's like, yeah, nah. But yeah, so it took a while to do this, and that's this. And you put it on, it looks okay, then you smile, and then it's looking like that. Because right here it's kind of so. You smile, look at that. No, that ain't it. But this is the palette. I am excited for the palette. I do think I'm gonna wash my face and see how my lids are feeling. Because sometimes when there's flakes all in this palette, when I do 2 looks in one day, my lids are not happy. So I'm gonna wash this off, put on some eye cream and stuff on my lids, and do look number 2 later and put that in one video. And if that's short enough, then I'll do a third look. Because I do want to use all the shit. Y'all know I run through a palette when I first get it. So you think it'd be nicer as a cream shadow than a lip? Yes. Yes. Better build up and not shit out. Yes. I agree, Nina. But this is the palette up here on my forehead. And I am digging it. Except these 2. So we are really going to go now. I don't want to keep you too long. Thank you so much for being here. And you'll get that when you get your order, Tony. If you place another order, don't forget my code. You know what? And you surprised me when you used it before. Because I remember thinking, like, somebody used my code. And when I asked you in the live, you were like, yeah, that was you. I was like, wow. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. High five, Nina. Thank you. So we are going to go. I'm gonna wash all of this off, but I am liking the palette. When I saw the color story, I was thinking, okay, these top 2 rows look kind of light, but then the bottom ones do look deeper. And I'm like, it'll be a good mix because y'all do know I like darker tones. But even looking here at the 2, well, these 6 shades, those are deep. And if I'm not putting 4 shades on the lid, hey Janessa, oh man, we are wrapping up, Janessa. But thank you for being here, my impromptu live self. But this is what the palette looks like. And so we're going to go, and everybody who catches the replay, who's not here now, thank you for watching. And let me know in the comments, if you're watching the replay, what do you think about this lip? This ain't it. This is not it at all. Look at that. So we're going to go really, because I'm starting to be silly. I need to eat. I haven't eaten yet today. Yeah, so maybe in that video, I'll have this typed up and say what the shifts and colors are, just so some people will know. So that is going to be it, y'all. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. And let me see. Sorry to poke you in the eye. So good night, Pretty Kiwi, Nina, Janessa, Tanya, Tony, Grace, Tanya. And sometimes I think not to say names because then I might miss people. And I always feel bad. Is that everybody? I don't know. Emily. Hey, Emily. I saw you earlier. Yes, I do think that's everybody. If I forgot you, charge it to my head and not my heart. I'm still just scrolling through, making sure I'm not forgetting anybody. And I don't think so, but if I am, I am so sorry. So we're really going to go. Oh, Dawn had popped in earlier. Yeah, so we're going to go. So you all will see me, our regular video, 7 o'clock tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. Yeah, there's a video, the stills or deals tomorrow, which are getting shorter and shorter. I'm babbling. I'm going to go. Thank you. And you all will see me soon.